What's up, everybody? So Shudder just dropped a new movie, and let me just say this right away. This film was a chore to get through. So I'm Mike the Movie Misfit. It's Shudder Saturday, and I'm here to talk about The Dead Thing. We meet our main character, Alex. Not only is she trapped in a boring nighttime job that she just doesn't like, she's also trapped in a cycle of meaningless relationships. But all that seems to change when she meets a handsome, charismatic, sensitive man.
I'm back, my love.
But this love affair quickly turns into a movie about obsession, and it'll have you asking multiple questions. With these new tragic events that are taking place, it'll have you asking questions like, is this all psychological? Possibly supernatural? Or is there just more going on here that we don't see yet? These are all legitimate questions, and it also felt like the filmmakers didn't even know. So let me just go ahead and talk about the positives about this film. Now, this movie manages to capture a vibe that I could only describe as something that I would have seen in the mid-90s to early 2000s. A lot of independent movies from that era really had the same vibe that this movie had. Now, whether this movie did it on purpose or was a happy accident, good for them. I give Shudder a lot of credit for giving an independent movie like this a platform to be on, and not only that, I do want to give the film credit too for being an independent film being shot and filmed in Los Angeles. And that's probably where my compliments are going to stop. At best, this movie felt like a 20-minute short that was stretched out to an hour and 35-minute film. This film is very heavily padded with a lot of slow motion scenes and a lot of artsy-fartsy shots of characters staring at the camera. The movie has so many plot holes in it, it really felt like the filmmakers were making it up as they went along, and it kind of shows. Scenes will happen in this movie and they really don't connect with the film, especially when it comes to our antagonists. You get to meet girls that he's dated in the past and the present. You would think it'd be an interesting subplot or something that'd be woven in more into the story, but they just drop it like if it was filler. We get introduced to Alex's work life, which basically consists of one other character and an empty office. All the work scenes just had you asking more questions of like, what does she do for a living? She's just making copies? They need 2 people for this job? And it just kind of comes off like, oh, the filmmakers had access to an office and they're like, hey, we need to fill in some time, so let's just add these scenes. Which brings me to another character that's in and out of the film and kind of pointless to have, which is Alex's roommate. Their relationship is supposed to be very tight and very sisterly, but it feels like anything but that. Not to mention there's a scene where Alex is locked in her room for 9 days, but yet her roommate never noticed. And with like all this chaos and mayhem taking place towards the end of the film, Alex's roommate disappears and she doesn't seem to notice and decides to go hiking. It really felt like the movie was trying to like introduce so many other ideas, but then also forgot to write it down because a lot of these things never come back. The movie is only an hour and 35 minutes, but it felt like 2 hours and 35 minutes.
This anymore, I can't. It's too long.
I felt absolutely nothing for any of the characters in this film. Listen, as much as I love seeing... Yes, people, I'm here to tell you even nudity cannot get me to like this movie because by the time the film ended...
I hate it! I'm going to hell!
My rating for The Dead Thing... Alright people, so that is my rating for The Dead Thing. Sorry if I was harsh, but I needed to be honest about it. Did you see it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you think it was an independent masterpiece? Please comment below and let me know. And I'm Mike the Movie Misfit, always reviewing new Shudder originals every Saturday. So please don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you at the movies.
And just die already. Die!